I don't understand it. I shower every day, use deodorant, wash my clothes regularly, but that smell just won't go away. These words echo in retirement communities, doctors' offices, and private conversations across America. That distinctive scent we notice on ourselves or our loved ones as the years pass by, it's one of those unspoken challenges of aging that nobody seems to talk about. Until today. What if I told you that this scent has nothing to do with cleanliness? That it's not a sign of neglect or poor hygiene, but actually a natural chemical change happening in your body? And what if I told you that 99% of people, including most healthcare professionals, don't understand what causes it? In 2001, researchers in Japan discovered something remarkable. They identified a specific compound called 2-nonenal that creates this distinct scent. It's not bacteria. It's not poor hygiene. It's chemistry, and it happens to all of us. This discovery changes everything about how we approach this sensitive issue. No more embarrassment. No more isolation. No more spending money on products that don't work. Over the next few minutes, I'll reveal the science behind this natural change, why the personal care industry has kept you in the dark, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it. Because knowledge is power, especially when it comes to aging with dignity and confidence. Remember high school chemistry class? Don't worry, this won't be like that. But understanding a little science will change how you think about your body forever. That distinctive scent isn't coming from bacteria breaking down sweat. That's regular body odor. This is something entirely different. As we journey past 40, our skin undergoes a fascinating transformation. The protective antioxidant shield that once guarded our skin oils begins to weaken. When oxygen meets these unprotected oils, particularly a type called omega-7 unsaturated fatty acids, they undergo a chemical reaction. The result? A compound called 2-nonenal. Think of it like what happens when butter goes from fresh to slightly rancid. It's oxidation, a natural chemical process, not a hygiene issue. Here's where it gets interesting. This compound behaves unlike anything else on your body. It doesn't dissolve in water, which is why regular soap can't touch it. Instead, it bonds tightly with skin proteins and even the fibers in your clothing. It's like a stubborn houseguest who refuses to leave no matter how many hints you drop. And the plot thickens with age. The production of 2-nonenal begins its quiet journey in our 40s, picks up speed in our 50s, and really makes itself known in our 70s and beyond. This timing perfectly matches the hormonal changes happening in our bodies, declining estrogen for women and decreasing testosterone for men. The most surprising part? Our noses are incredibly sensitive to this compound. We can detect it in concentrations as small as a few parts per billion. That sensitivity evolved as part of our biology, a way our ancestors could detect changes in others. A survival mechanism that's now creating social challenges in our modern world. Regular soaps and deodorants? They're designed for regular body odor, bacteria-based odor, not this unique chemical compound. It's like trying to remove a grease stain with plain water. The tools simply don't match the task. Imagine discovering that you've been using the wrong key in a lock for years. No wonder the door wouldn't open. That's exactly what happens when we try to address the scent with regular products. We need the right key for this particular lock. Let's start from the inside out. Your body is constantly rebuilding itself using the materials you provide. Yes, we're talking about food. Colorful berries, leafy greens, nuts, and green tea aren't just good for your heart and brain. They're packed with antioxidants that help prevent the very oxidation process that creates 2-nonenal. One woman I know compared it to building a house with either cheap materials that deteriorate quickly or quality materials that stand the test of time. The antioxidants in these foods act like a protective shield around your skin oils, preventing them from turning into 2-nonenal in the first place. But what about the 2-nonenal that's already there? This is where specialized skincare comes in. Japanese researchers, the same ones who discovered 2-nonenal, found that certain natural ingredients can break down this stubborn compound. Persimmon extract, green tea, and citric acid don't just mask the scent, they chemically dismantle it. These ingredients work because they're slightly acidic, which helps neutralize 2-nonenal on contact. It's chemistry working in your favor for a change. Another secret weapon? Gentle exfoliation. As we age, our skin doesn't shed cells as efficiently as it once did. These lingering dead skin cells trap oxidized oils, creating a reservoir of 2-nonenal that continuously releases its scent. Using natural enzyme exfoliants from fruits like papaya or pineapple twice weekly can make a world of difference. Even your clothing choices matter. Those synthetic fabrics that feel so convenient, they're actually trapping heat and moisture against your skin, creating the perfect environment for lipid oxidation. Natural, breathable fabrics like cotton, linen, and bamboo allow better airflow and don't bond with 2-nonenal as strongly. When it comes to laundry, standard detergents aren't designed to break the chemical bonds between 2-nonenal and fabric fibers. Enzyme-based detergents can make all the difference, especially with a quarter cup of baking soda added to neutralize trapped odors. These solutions aren't about covering up or masking, they're about addressing the root cause. And isn't that refreshing in a world full of quick fixes and Band-Aid solutions? Beyond the chemistry lies something far more important: the human cost of this misunderstood aspect of aging. Picture this: a dance class at a senior center. One woman stands slightly apart from the others. She's showered, her clothes are clean, but she notices people keeping their distance. No one says anything, but the subtle body language speaks volumes. Gradually, she stops the tending altogether. This scene plays out countless times across the country. The isolation doesn't happen because someone points and says, "You smell." It happens in silence, in slight hesitations before hugs, in subtle shifts away during conversations, in visits that become shorter and less frequent. For many, this leads to a gradual withdrawal from the very activities that bring joy and connection, precisely when these connections matter most. Family gatherings become sources of anxiety rather than pleasure. Social invitations are declined. Physical activities are avoided. The silence surrounding this issue creates a perfect storm of shame and confusion. Without understanding the true cause, many seniors blame themselves, questioning their hygiene practices or feeling that something must be wrong with them. Family members and caregivers aren't immune either. They notice the scent, but feel uncomfortable bringing it up, creating tension in relationships that should be sources of support and comfort. Some caregivers, lacking information about the biological nature of the odor, might even mistakenly attribute it to neglect or poor self-care. This wall of silence doesn't just affect social lives, it impacts healthcare too. Many seniors avoid mentioning the issue to healthcare providers out of embarrassment, missing opportunities for guidance that could improve their quality of life. The most heartbreaking part? All of this suffering is unnecessary. This isn't a character flaw or a hygiene failure. It's simple biochemistry. And understanding that can be incredibly liberating. Follow the money and you'll find the truth. The personal care industry has a $500 billion reason to keep you in the dark about 2-nonenal. Walk down any drugstore aisle and you'll see dozens of products promising senior freshness or age-defying scent control. These products come with premium price tags and impressive claims. But here's what they don't tell you. Most are designed for regular body odor, not the unique chemistry of 2-nonenal. It's like selling snow tires in the desert. The product doesn't match the actual need. The strategy is brilliant from a business perspective. These products mask the scent temporarily with heavy fragrances or odor-blocking chemicals. When the masking agent wears off, usually within hours, the underlying 2-nonenal remains untouched. So what do? Apply more product more frequently, and buy more when you run out. The marketing is equally clever. Advertisements subtly play on fears of rejection and embarrassment. They position aging as something to fight against rather than a natural process to understand and work with. They create a problem, you smell old, and then sell you a solution that doesn't actually solve anything. The financial cost adds up quickly. Many seniors spend hundreds of dollars annually on these ineffective products. But the emotional cost is even higher: the reinforced shame, the continued social discomfort, the feeling that something is wrong with you. The few companies that do address 2-nonenal directly often charge premium prices for their specialized formulations, putting effective solutions out of reach for many seniors on fixed incomes. This isn't just about business ethics, it's about dignity in aging. By withholding information about the true nature of age-related body odor, the industry has contributed to unnecessary suffering for millions of seniors. But the tide is turning. Smaller, innovative companies are beginning to develop affordable products specifically formulated to address 2-nonenal. And as more people learn the truth about this natural process, they're demanding better solutions based on facts rather than marketing myths. Our bodies don't exist in isolation. They respond to everything we experience. And several factors can either accelerate or slow down the production of 2-nonenal. Stress, that unwelcome companion that seems to find us more easily as we age, actually increases 2-nonenal production. When stress hormones like cortisol flood our system, they deplete our natural antioxidant defenses and increase inflammation throughout the body. It's like leaving the door wide open for oxidation to occur. One of the cruelest cycles in aging is how stress affects sleep, and poor sleep then creates more stress. During deep sleep, your body repairs itself, restoring antioxidant levels and balancing skin oil production. Without that restorative sleep, oxidative stress increases, and with it, 2-nonenal production. Your dinner plate plays a starring role too. Foods high in processed sugars and refined carbohydrates promote inflammation and oxidative stress throughout the body. It's like adding fuel to a fire. On the flip side, antioxidant-rich foods help extinguish that fire before it spreads. The hormonal changes of aging are unavoidable, but their effects can be moderated. The decline in estrogen and testosterone alters skin oil composition, increasing those unsaturated fatty acids that so readily oxidize into 2-nonenal. While we can't stop these hormonal shifts entirely, certain lifestyle choices can help maintain more balanced levels as we age. Even your environment plays a part in this chemical story. Pollution, cigarette smoke, and too much sun exposure accelerate oxidative damage to skin oils. These external factors essentially jumpstart the chemical reaction that produces 2-nonenal. Certain medications, particularly some blood pressure medications, cholesterol-lowering drugs, and anti-inflammatory medications, can affect skin oil composition or the body's antioxidant systems, potentially increasing 2-nonenal production. Health conditions involving inflammation or metabolic changes can also accelerate this process. Conditions like diabetes, thyroid disorders, and autoimmune diseases often involve systemic inflammation that contributes to increased oxidative stress. Understanding these connections gives us more control over this aspect of aging. Small adjustments in multiple areas can add up to significant improvements in how we experience this natural transition. Let's bring everything together into a simple daily rhythm that honors both the science we've learned and the life you want to live. Morning begins with possibility. Start with a specialized cleanser containing persimmon extract, green tea, or citric acid, ingredients that actually break down 2-nonenal molecules. Focus on areas where skin oils concentrate: your neck, chest, back, and behind your ears. Give the cleanser a full minute on your skin before rinsing. Those active ingredients need time to work their magic. After cleansing, nourish your skin with a light moisturizer containing antioxidants. Think of it as armor for your skin, protection against the very process that creates 2-nonenal. Choose clothes that breathe as you do. Natural fabrics like cotton, linen, and bamboo allow airflow that synthetic materials block. These natural fibers create less favorable conditions for oxidation and don't trap 2-nonenal as stubbornly. Throughout your day, find moments of calm. Even brief periods of mindfulness can help regulate stress hormones that accelerate 2-nonenal production. Stay hydrated. Water supports every function in your body, including healthy skin. Your meals are opportunities for protection from within. Fill your plate with colorful foods rich in antioxidants. They're working silently to prevent oxidation throughout your body, including in your skin oils. Evening brings a chance to wash away the day. Twice weekly, gently exfoliate to remove dead skin cells that trap oxidized oils. Use your specialized cleanser again, allowing those active ingredients time to work. Create a sleep sanctuary that supports deep, restorative rest. Quality sleep isn't a luxury, it's essential maintenance for your body's antioxidant systems. A cool, dark, quiet bedroom sets the stage for the repair work your body does overnight. For your laundry, choose enzyme-based detergents that can break down the oils bonded to fabric fibers. Add baking soda to neutralize trapped odors. Wash sheets and pillowcases weekly. They absorb skin oils while you sleep. Remember, addressing nonenal isn't about hiding who you are. It's about understanding the natural changes in your body and working with them, not against them. This approach honors the dignity of aging while providing practical solutions based on science, not shame. The conversation about age-related body odor has been whispered about for too long. By bringing it into the open, we remove the stigma and empower ourselves with knowledge and effective solutions. Aging brings wisdom, perspective, and yes, some biological changes, but none of these should diminish your joy or connection to others. Share this information with someone who might benefit. Together, we can change how society approaches aging with honesty, compassion, and respect for every stage of life's journey. Remember, we don't get to choose whether we age, but we absolutely get to choose how we age. And now, with this knowledge, you can choose to age with confidence, dignity, and the sweet scent of freedom.